Welcome to my dear students. Today's deliberations is about classification of costs. As explained earlier, I have explained about what is actually cost, concepts of cost, elements of cost, cost center, responsibility center, profit center, all this. But now I am going to discuss about classification of cost. Cost classification is a very important tool of costing. Classification of cost is the arrangement of items of cost in logical groups having regard to their nature or purpose. Items should be classified by one characteristics for a specific purpose without ambiguity. Scheme of classification should be such that every items of cost can be classified. In view of the above, cost can be classified in many categories. Means we can classify the cost into various categories. Out of the cost, some classifications I am explaining. One particular basis under the classification of costs as per Cost Accounting Standard 1, CAS, stand for Cost Accounting Standards. Cost Accounting Standards 1, the basis of cost classifications is as follows. Number 1, cost classifications as per the nature of expenses. Number 2, relation to object, that is traceability. Third, functions or activities. Fourth, behavior-wise classification. 5, managerial decision-making classification. 6, production process. And 7, time period. So these are various group of costs for how costs are to be classified. The first and foremost category, classification by nature of expenses. As per the nature of expenses, costs are classified into three broad categories. As explained earlier, material cost, labor cost and expenses cost. Materials are the first and foremost measures of elements of cost. Materials are of two types: direct material cost, indirect material cost. Material cost is the cost of material of any nature used for the production purpose or a service purpose. Similarly, labor cost means the payment made to the employees permanently, temporarily for their services. And expenses are other than material cost and labor cost. Now coming to second category, classification by relation to cost center or cost unit. As per classification under these particular broad head, costs are to be classified into two categories. One is direct cost, one is indirect cost. And direct cost constitutes three items, that is direct material cost, direct labor cost and direct expenses cost. The combination of these three, direct material plus direct labor plus direct expenses, are known as also prime cost. Similarly, indirect cost includes indirect materials, indirect labor and indirect expenses. And combination of all these three are also known as overheads. Now coming to the next category, which is known as classification by functions. Under this particular category, classification of costs are to be segregated into production cost, administration cost, research and development cost, selling costs and distribution costs. The expenditures or the costs incurred for production or manufacturing purposes are known as production costs. Similarly, any other office expenses are to be incurred for maintaining the office and administrations. These are known as administration costs. And while we are going to sell some of our products or services, means if we are selling our products and services, whatever expenditure we are incurring, these are called selling costs. And for distribution purposes, some other expenses are to be incurred. These are called distribution costs. And for research and development activities, whatever expenditures we are incurring, these are called research and development costs. Now coming to the fourth broad category under the classification of costs, that is behavior-wise classification. Under behavior-wise classifications, costs are segregated into three particular categories. One is fixed cost, one is variable cost, and third one is semi-variable cost. As explained earlier, fixed costs are those costs which remain fixed irrespective of level of output increases or decreases. Means If you want to increase your output from a particular unit to another particular unit, similarly if you want to reduce your units from one particular unit to another particular unit, your costs are always remain fixed and constant. It should not be varied, but its cost per unit always varies. But while talking about variable cost per unit means the rate of variable cost always constant. These are the costs which remain varies irrespective of level of output increases or decreases. If you want to produce more units as you produce in the earlier stages, you have to introduce some extra costs. What extra costs you are incurring? If you want to increase your production, these costs are known as variable costs. Similarly, if you want to reduce your output from one particular unit to another particular unit, that particular cost also known as variable cost. But what is semi-variable cost? Semi-variable cost, otherwise known as semi-fixed cost, means the total cost of semi-variable cost is the combination of both fixed and variable cost. Means some portions kept are fixed and some portions are variable. Under semi-variable cost, these are partly fixed and partly variable. Irrespective of up to a certain particular unit, it is always fixed, and after compassing this particular unit, it may vary. Now coming to the next broad categories of classification of cost, that is classification based on the cost of managerial decision making. This is very, very important. Out of these particular classifications, the first and foremost item is marginal costing. Marginal cost or marginal costing, as explained earlier, I have already explained while talking in marginal costing that marginal cost is the aggregate of variable cost, that is prime cost plus variable expenses, means variable overheads. Marginal cost per unit is the change in the amount of any given volume of output by which the aggregate cost changes if the volume of output is increased or decreased by 1 unit. Means if you are producing at a certain level, if you want to produce 1 extra unit of production, then you have to incur some additional cost. That additional costs are known as your marginal cost. Okay. Now coming to the next category, that is differential cost. Differential cost is the change in the cost due to change in activity from one level to another. Now coming to the next category, that is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the value of alternatives foregone by adopting a particular strategy or employing resources in specific manner. Opportunity cost means if you want to get something, you have to lose another thing. Means this is all about your what? Opportunity cost. Next, coming to the category of replacement cost. Replacement cost is the cost of an asset in the current market for the purpose of replacement. This cost is used for the determining the optimum time of replacement of an equipment or machine in consideration of maintenance cost of existing one and its productive capacity. Now coming to the next category, relevant costs. Relevant costs are relevant for the specific purpose or situation in the context of decision making. Only those costs are relevant which are pertinent to the decision at hand. Since we are concerned with future costs only, while making a decision, historical costs, unless they remain unchanged in the future period, are irrelevant to taking decision making operations or decision making process. Now coming to another category, that is imputed costs. These costs are hypothetical or notional costs, not involving cash outlay, computed only for the purpose of decision making. Now next one is sunk costs. These costs are historical costs which are incurred, that is sunk in the past and are not relevant to a particular decision making problem being considered. Next one is normal cost and abnormal cost. Normal cost is the cost which is normally incurred at a given level of output in the conditions in which that level of output is achieved. Abnormal cost is an unusual and typical cost whose occurrence is usually irregular and unexpected. Next one is avoidable costs and unavoidable costs. Avoidable costs are those costs under given conditions of permanent efficiency should not have been incurred. Unavoidable costs which are inseparable costs which are essentially to be incurred within the limits of norms provided for. Next one is uniform cost. This is not a distinct system of costing. This term applies to the costing principles and procedures which are adopted in common by a number of undertakings which desire to have the benefits of uniform system. Next one is engineered cost. Engineered cost relates to the item where the input has an explicit physical relationship to the output. For instance, in the manufacture of a product, there is a definite relationship between the units of raw materials and labor, time consumed and the amount of variable manufacturing overheads of one hand and the units of products produced and in the other hand. Next category is out of pocket cost. This is the portion of cost associated with an activity that involves cash payment to other parties as opposed to the costs which do not require any cash outlay, such as depreciation and certain allocated costs. Next one is managed costs. These are the costs which are incurred collectively for a number of cost centers and are required to be suitably apportioned for determining the cost of individual cost centers. Next one is controllable costs and non-controllable costs. The costs which are to be controlled, these are controllable costs. The costs which are not controlled, these are quote uncontrollable costs. Now coming to the sixth broad categories of classification, that is classification by nature of production or process. First one is batch cost, next process cost, third one operation cost, next operating cost, next contract cost, and lastly joint cost. These are also called methods of costing. Under various methods of costing, there are job costing, batch costing, process costing, contract costing, operating costing, service costing, like this. Batch costing. So number one is job costing. Under job costing, it is also known as specific order costing. If one customer came to a businessman and give a special order for making a particular product in a perfect and manufacturing way in his own choice, the method of costing applicable to this particular industry are known as job costing. Similarly, batch costing is the aggregate of cost relates to a cost unit which consists of a group of similar activities which maintains its identity throughout one or more stages of production. Batch costing is applicable to industries like biscuit manufacturing industry, garment manufacturing industry, like this. Now coming to the next category, that is process costing. I have already explained about process costing in my earlier videos. Process costing means when the production process is such that goods are produced from a sequence of continuous repetitive operations or processes, the cost incurred during a period is considered as process cost. The process cost per unit is derived by dividing the process cost by the number of units produced of manufacturing is carried out. Costs are ascertained for a specified period of time in the or separate department or processes. Chemical industries, refineries, gas and electricity generating concerns are used normally your process costing method. Next, coming to the next category, operation cost. Operation cost is the cost of specific operation involved in the production process or business activity. Now, next one is operating costing. Operating costing is the cost incurred in conducting business activity. These costs refer to the cost of undertaking which do not manufacture any product but which provide services like industries of hospitals, hotels, schools, etc. The method of costing applicable to these particular industries are known as operating costs. Now coming to the next category, contract costing or contract cost. Contract cost is the total cost of a contract with some terms and conditions between contractee and contractor. This method is used in undertakings carried out building or constructional contracts like constructional engineering concerns, civil engineering contracts. The cost unit there is a contract which may continue over more than one financial year. Next one is joint cost. Joint costs are the common cost of facilities or services employed in the output of two or more simultaneously produced or the activities otherwise closely related operations, commodities or services. When a production process is such that from a set of same inputs two or more distinguishably different products are produced together, products of greater importance are termed as joint products and the products of minor importance are called by-product cost. The last category is classification by time. Under classification by time, these are two types. One is historical cost, one is predetermined cost. Again, predetermined costs are to be two types, standard cost and estimated cost. Historical costs are the actual cost acquiring assets or producing goods or services. They are the post-mortem costs as ascertained after they have been incurred and they represent the cost of actual operational performances. Historical costing follows system of accounting to which all values are based on cost actually incurred as relevant from time to time. Next, predetermined cost. These costs of a product are computed in advance of production process on the basis of specification of all the factors affecting cost and cost data. Predetermined cost may be either standard or estimated. Standard costs are the predetermined norm applies as a scale of reference for assessing actual cost. Whether these are more or less, the standard cost serves as a basis of cost control and as a measure of productive efficiency. When ultimately posed with an actual cost, it provides management with a medium by which the effectiveness of current results is measured and responsibility of deviation placed. Standard costs are used to compare the actual cost with the standard cost with a view to determine the variances, if any, and analyze the course of variances and take proper measure to control them. And last one is your estimated cost. Estimated cost of a product are prepared in advance prior to the performance of operations or even before the acceptance of sales orders. Estimated cost is found with specific reference to product in question and the activity levels of plant. It has no link with actual and hence it is assumed to be less accurate than the standard cost. So these are all about your classification of cost under various categories and the method of costing. So this is all about today's deliberations. Hope you all should enjoy and understand this particular video of classification of cost. You should follow the rules and regulations of government that exam is now coming and exam is knocking at your door. So don't waste your time. Always busy with studies. Okay. Hope you all are safe in this pandemic situation and your family also. So for today, thank you. Goodbye. Have a nice day.